All right, yo, what up? It's your boy Cristo. We're coming back at you. As always, I got my boy with me.
What's going on, guys? It is Rocky Raccoon, and it is January 13th, and we are on episode 54. Again, man, crazy things are happening. 2025 is going to be a year of activities. It's not going to be dull, is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be a dull year.
The world is still spinning.
Yeah, definitely still spinning. We want it spinning. But yeah, crazy stuff still.
There's no way this year is going to be a dull year because, we're into conspiracies. We're into the government. We're into rebellious things. We're into the people. We're into you. We're into the people. We are the people.
We the people.
All right. This year they said that they're going to disclose some things. The government said that they disclose some things that they've never disclosed before. They said aliens are real, but people don't really seem to care. They said aliens are interdimensional. People don't to care, but they're out there. They said that they supposedly people out there saying this year's the year that they're gonna
reveal themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reveal themselves. So when you say dull moment, I hope not, man.
Yeah, I think it's crazy too, and I think just with everything going on in the world right now, I think that like if aliens did like really just come out and show themselves, a lot of people would be like, "Dang, that's cool," but the thing is, I got to work tomorrow. Still.
What do they look like? Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen some things on the phone too where they're like full disclosures on a lot of things going on, but I still have to clock in a shift at 7:00.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean that's
like
what it is,
you
man.
said, but it's like that's the reality.
That's how it is these days, man. You're like, cool. If it wasn't an alien, I'm fired from my job just because I'm like wanted to go see the aliens, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, just imagine you're a guy from the Midwest or from the West Coast going out to New Jersey looking for these drones that we were talking about last week. You're like, forget it. We're going out there. We're going to go look for it. We're going to go see them.
It's
Hey, I got my car keys.
So I haven't really heard too much about the drones. I did want to.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. I did want to get this off though, because last podcast we had talked about the Sean Ryan show.
Yeah.
And that guy came on and supposedly got this email from that Tesla truck driver.
Right.
So coincidentally, this guy came out like maybe 24 hours after that and redacted his statement and was like, "Hey, so everything I said is a lie. I just think
no way."
Yeah, he's like, "I think I'm just having a mental breakdown." So at that point, are you like, okay, is this guy really having a mental breakdown, or did something crazy happen? And he's like, "Yo, man, they're out for me."
The government psyop saying, because he said that the government like did something to this or that and the other. Well, they got to him.
Yeah.
The men in black got to him. You know what I mean?
The men in black. I just think it's crazy though, because it's like,
that's crazy, man. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Dang, that blows my mind, dude.
Same here.
You never know what to believe in anymore, but like it's
so much.
What you see out there is not really what you get. You know what I mean? Because we all know that growing up with the phones and stuff like that. You don't really know who's behind,
Right.
And it's crazy because this guy supposedly says he has a mental breakdown, and
right.
That's like another, in my opinion, scapegoat for other people saying I'm this, I'm that, or I'm the other, or I'm on this side, I'm on that side. But that's like, I just seem that's like a scapegoat. They're like, oh, I had a mental episode or something like that. I'm like, nah, man, you know what you were doing, you know what you were saying, you're a part of it because he has accolades, and he has people standing up behind him. You know what I mean? So,
exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
And the craziest thing is like Sean Ryan, on the Sean Ryan show, he was saying, we also got emails. We're sending ours to the FBI. Yeah. We'll also send yours to the FBI.
Yes.
So I think that's what kind of made him crumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's just
on
weird.
The oncoming hours.
Yeah. And it wasn't even a full day, I don't think, until that he was like, yo, man, I was lying. And it's just crazy because he was on the Sean Ryan show. I'm going to say it's crazy a lot. This is a crazy year. So you're going to hear that come out of my mouth all the time. Carrying off of that, so we just talked about how kind of like seeing is believing, but then even then, there's just so much AI and stuff out in the world. You're like, is this true? Is that real? Blurry photo, real photo. And this, leads on to the TikTok ban that's going to be happening maybe on the 19th of this month. So it's the 13th now. Supposedly it's going to be shut down on the 19th. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it says it's going to be shut down if it don't get bought by somebody, right? And there's
Yeah.
like certain stipulations and things like that, and a price tag on it. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be banned. I think it's going to be around for a while. I think it's part of another government psyop where they want to see what everyone's doing and they want to control what everyone's doing. But then again, that's just my opinion. But it's not going to go away. I mean, how could it go away? I mean, it's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Well, it's not one of the biggest platforms, but it's
Yeah.
one of the hottest platforms at the moment
I agree. So I think
in
that
the U.S. In the U.S.
I think that if it does get shut down, it's going to be shut down for a day, because on the 19th is when they say they're going to shut it down, and then on the 20th, Trump gets, inaugurated.
Inauguration.
So we'll see if he's like, yeah, I'll just throw that out. But if it happens to actually get banned, he's like, there's nothing I can do about it. What do you think would be the next leading current platform?
Well, like I said, the hottest thing right now is like what I said. Well, I think it's TikTok right now, but like in other countries and things like that, it's like Instagram. Instagram's pretty big in like India and things like that. That's an untapped market. But you were talking about the president's inauguration. You think he's gonna get assassinated attempt again? This will be the third time.
I mean, he's probably gonna.
Because we all heard about the shooter on the roof.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear about the shooter at the place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be extra precautions that they're going to take. Who knows if he's going to wear a vest? I'm pretty sure they'll have that glass thing around him.
In his suit that he wears, I don't know. He probably wears a vest under it. I don't know.
I mean, I would.
Who knows?
I would. I'd be like 50 Cent up in there, man, wearing my vest all the time.
I don't think he has to wear a vest, dude. He's bulletproof. Man.
Yeah, bulletproof. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's going to be. It'd be interesting. I'd probably watch it just in case something like that does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what was I was just thinking of something that. So I was like, oh yeah. So, I just was thinking about this when we were talking about like the next, kind of like viral platform, and I think a lot has to do with censorship. So like TikTok is supposedly going down because not a lot of stuff is censored, and supposedly it's Chinese owned, and they're getting all our data.
They're spying on us, like I said.
And Elon has always been, a voice of people that.
Well, that's why he said he bought the platform of Twitter and changed it to X, because he said he wanted freedom of speech.
Yes.
He said that the government was getting too involved in like Facebook and all these other platforms.
Exactly.
But it's funny because like Mark Zuckerberg came on the Joe Rogan show the other day.
Say that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you think about that?
Go ahead. Go ahead and elaborate on that. You know what I mean?
I didn't. All I heard was that he had just came out and said he was disabling the fact checking, I guess, or for the lack of a better, there's a better word for that, but supposedly they have an algorithm on Facebook that will fact check everything, so there's no fake news going on there. I know that was a big deal a few years back, but supposedly he's going to be taking that off of that algorithm, so there's going to be more freedom of speech.
Yeah, because he was saying like one part of the parties was telling him, don't do this, don't do that, or it'll pull your strings and this, that, the other. So he was kind of doing what he was told to do, but then again, was he doing what he was told to do or what he wanted to do? Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Alex Jones, big old conspiracy guy. He's like, everyone's controlling everybody. They're just all puppeteers and things like that and that other. So who knows, man? But I'm all up for freedom of speech. I'm all up for like Elon.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because he saved, freedom of speech by giving you the X platform and
absolutely,
and doing all this and the other. Because you have big news, you have a whole bunch of people posting pictures and videos of what's going on today. Like speaking about California, there's like a huge fire out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then when you go on the X platform, you can post whatever you want and take pictures and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean?
And you'll see a lot, you'll see a lot on X, and that's good and bad, I think, because it really shows people what's going on in the world. So a video surfaced, I think it was probably a while ago, and you probably have heard about it, but it's about the war in Ukraine, and it was a Ukraine soldier and a Russian soldier that were in a firefight, so they're just them. He's in a house and he's outside, and they're both shooting he's shooting out of the house and he's shooting in the house. Bah, 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 runs out of bullets. The other dude throws a grenade in the house. This Russian soldier runs out of the house and they just start hand to hand fighting, dude. And
That's crazy.
It's gruesome, man. Because at the end, one of them won, and it wasn't the Ukrainian, and he's just like, leave me alone. I just want to be in peace right now. You're the best fighter
That's
ever.
crazy, man, because like that's the modern warfare you see nowadays. You know what I mean? That's what you're getting that live feed because these guys are wearing this GoPro.
It was his GoPro.
Like you know what I mean?
It was his GoPro, and I'm like, that's
intense, bro.
That's an eye opener, I think, to really just show people that stuff like that is happening in the world right now.
That's just a slice of humanity that we're seeing. There's like third world countries where people are starving to death.
Oh yeah,
people are like walking streets. And I seen like videos of like drug pandemics and things like that. You'll see videos of like that in the U.S. when you're like drug pandemics where people are folded in half. You know what I mean? Or you'll see people starving down there. That are like skinny and things like that. It's all happening, bro. And what's crazy is like the media doesn't show you these things. They show us what they want us to see. Yep. And having these other platforms like this, you see what's going on out there, man.
They always want to make sure that when you look over, their grass is always the greenest, media-wise. That's why they want to pump out as much stuff that speaks good for them, or things like that. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that they're trying to get rid of these platforms, because stuff like that is just put out, And I think, honestly, there is stuff that gets put out that it's fake, and you can tell it's fake, but I think there's not a lot of people out there that...
what's crazy? You say what's fake is fake is like the AI stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so you see stuff all the time, and it's like they just launched a nuke, and you just see this AI thing of them launching a nuke and everyone's going crazy, but yet you have this one dude that's like, wait a second, I'm literally just right over here, nothing's happening.
Yeah. So
kind of some of the stuff's common sense, but some stuff is pretty good when it comes to the AI. It's that era, I guess. We're going into that era.
Yeah, it's happening faster than we thought, to be honest with you.
You have
still no flying cars though.
Yeah, that's messed up. What is going on with that? I thought we would have something floating around by now. We always have these jetpacks. Those jetpacks in the water. Were you at the Go Fast games when that guy had that jetpack?
No.
There too? It's always just jetpacks. I just see jetpacks, no flying cars.
That's cool though.
I did see something that they're gonna be introducing. So think of like an oversized drone, like a DJI Mini, I think, but huge, and it's like an Uber, and you can just go back and forth.
I seen this thing in Pueblo. They're gonna put a rail or a bullet train from Pueblo to Denver. They just broke ground.
Oh, did they finally?
Yeah, they did some like testing or breaking ground or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
They said you will be able to travel from Pueblo, Colorado to Denver, Colorado in 11 minutes.
That is where it's at. They were talking about that for years. And I think it's in Japan or China. They just, or they're currently in the works of or let's say updating their bullet train to go, instead of like Mach 1, it's going to go like Mach 3 or something.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like 200 miles an hour is what they were going at. Now it's going to go like 500 miles an
Dude,
hour.
I've never been anything as fast as that.
Me neither, man. I mean,
I guess I've been in a plane. I've been in an airplane.
Yeah, it just doesn't, I don't know, would it feel this? I guess it wouldn't feel any different, right?
I guess you would just take off like a roller coaster, right? You really, really feel it.
It's like for an extra $10, you can do the roller coaster version.
That'd be convenient to go into shows and stuff like that if you're into that stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Then you don't have to worry about
going downtown, hanging out. But how's the crime going to be? Going to do crime down here, go up in the city, come back downtown.
Yeah.
Because if you go up in the city, do some crime, come down in the southern part of Colorado, you're going to get away.
Yeah.
But
5 minutes, bullet train.
That's the thing I think about is the crime, man.
Have you ever...
what else is going on in the crime down here in this area, bro?
Dude, crime? Crime-wise?
Yeah. Talking about trains. Talking about trains and robbers, dude.
Dude, so we live in a small town, Canyon City.
Probably like, what, 25,000 people now, I bet?
I think the last time I checked, it was 16,000.
Yeah.
Still super, super, super low. But yeah, we just had one of our local banks get robbed. And so it was, what bank was it? US Bank. So it was US Bank, and it was on Sunday. And by the time the cops got
an hour before it was going to close.
Was it an hour before? Yeah, so an hour before it was going to close.
45 minutes or something like that.
This guy in a red jacket and a white mask just
Who
walks
knows
up
if it
and-
was a guy? It could have been a girl.
Yeah, who knows?
Because
Who
the
knows?
mask looked like it was like a brown bag or like a rucksack or a potato sack.
Yeah, like off Django, where he's like, I can't see anything out of these things. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but it just goes to show, I'm not like talking bad about our police force or anything like that, but I feel like in a small town like this, there's bound to be some type of trooper or some type of guy that's patrolling around the area. Because you see these guys around all the time. Because we're a small town and we have a lot of police.
How long did it take for them to get there?
I think it was. Darn it! I know all I know is that by the time they got there, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gone, and he was.
And the thing is like nowadays you wouldn't think things like this would happen. They didn't disclose the amount of money, and the only time you heard about it was like late at night on the news, and they didn't hear anything else. So you don't know how much money was taken. You don't know who it was. You have one pixelated still picture of them. And the thing is, it's like it was a downtown area. There's like businesses down there, residential area. So nobody had no ring system. Like the cops didn't want to go up to the doors and investigate or anything like that. Or the detectives. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's weird.
Can you do that jurisdiction? I'm not too sure. What?
I mean, I feel like you could just go.
But at the end of the day, it's crazy because this person got away with it.
He probably watched a lot of bank movies up until that, or whoever. They're like, all right, we're only gonna stick to the.
It looks like a big burly person. It majority looks like a dude, but you never know. But it looks like a dude.
That's wild, man. So that happened, and then there was what else happened in Colorado? Oh, so yeah, downtown Denver, 16th Street.
16th Street's like where the mall's at, the trainway system.
Yeah, a lot of people down there. There was
downtown Denver.
There was a person wearing all black. I think it was male, wearing all black, and just went on a stabbing spree. Injured a whole bunch of people. One confirmed unalived, but they're still looking for him.
That's crazy.
They're still looking for him.
How many people did he get?
I want to say it was
on a spree.
He went on a spree. I want to say he got like 8 people, and the one lady that he managed to get more than anyone else, he got right here.
Oh man,
right
how do you do that? You know what I mean? How do you just?
That's gruesome.
People are crazy.
I feel like in the neck of all places is like you really have to be a sadistic person. I think it's one thing maybe like in the arm or chest,
anybody, dude,
but like right in the neck. That's I don't know, man. But yeah, hopefully they can find that dude and whatever led him to that. Hopefully he's not gonna plead ISIS or nothing like that, saying that they made me do it, because I feel like that's gonna be in the news a lot. A lot.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah.
Another thing about Denver is like we talked about the gangs that were like.
Oh yeah.
The gangs in Aurora in that apartment complex. So I guess the
Venezuelans.
Yeah, I guess they were saying they were doing an immediate shutdown of the apartment complex as soon as possible. Then again, you only hear about it a little bit in the news, and then you don't hear about it after a while. The government says there's nothing going on down there. People say there's nothing going on down there, but yet, again, you hear these articles popping up about these things. So, I mean, like, it's out there. It's happening. And then if you know people out there, they're like, yeah, it's going on, but it's really quiet. They're like taking, like, I don't know who it is, but it's most likely these guys coming from another place. Obviously it is.
I just think
these are just vendors selling stuff on the corners and they're getting robbed.
Really?
By these other guys, you know what I mean? Like, who does
it's getting
that,
bad.
Man?
It's getting bad.
Yeah.
And so if they did close this place, I wonder if it's like, are they going to let all the other people
is it like
in?
a 30-day residential where you're like, hey, you got 30 days to move out and then we'll figure out what's going on?
Yeah, and not only that, what if they get in there and it's just destroyed?
You never know,
just destroyed. And so you expect all these other people that got taken out by these
to
people
go back in there?
Yeah, to go back in there?
No way.
And then,
how would you feel comfortable doing that?
I mean, I wouldn't. Even if they did, they probably wouldn't like offer them any money.
Yeah.
To like, here's a couple $100 to fix your rugs or paint your walls or something like that, because it never happens.
Cheap renovation, bro. Paint the walls, put some new drapes on. You're good to go.
Just
clean
rip
the carpet.
out the carpet. Yep.
But I don't know. I don't want that. Who knows, man?
I mean, that's good that they're supposedly getting that handled, because.
But it's crazy, like I said, how it gets suppressed. Like things just get suppressed, don't get surfaced, talked about a couple times, and then poof, gone, vanished.
It's gone. Yep. They don't want it to be too loud. Yeah, I get it. It's always weirder when it comes to that stuff. When it climaxes, and then you're like thinking.
I just feel like
people
people are just so short term. We just have to have the next big thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Everyone's like, oh, I want something better. I'm like, what do you mean better, man? This is what's happening on right now, going on in the world, and you want I just feel like people are just so short term.
I want to live
the next best thing.
Life.
Anyways, the biggest thing going on right now is these California fires, man. You want to let these people know what's going on out there about these fires?
The California fires. There's a lot going on with that as well, but I haven't really read into those too much, other than what the news has been broadcasting. But I mean, I think it's Palisade was the one that took the biggest hit.
Yeah, and it's over there by Santa Monica.
It's
over there by Maui.
Yeah, and in Hollywood. I mean, this is just
Hollywood
it's completely wiped out. There's nothing left of Palisade.
Engulfed in flames.
It's completely
buildings
gone.
Burning down.
It's crazy.
People getting evacuated.
Celebrities' houses burning down.
Oh, you know what, dude? Talk about so there's maybe 60,000 acres being burnt down.
Yep.
There's maybe 60,000 buildings, residentials burnt down. Mm-hmm. There's probably 300,000 people, residents being displaced at the moment.
That's a
or
lot
being
of people.
on
where are they going to put them all?
I don't know, man.
There's casualties?
I don't know, man. I think there's a few people that pass away. Maybe 16, maybe more, maybe not. But if you go on YouTube, you look at some YouTubers that are from California, they just go downtown. It looks like the movie, The Book of Eli. Everything's just desolated, man.
Do you know what movie it reminded me of?
Or 2011,
2012.
2012.
Yeah, I was thinking of The World's End by Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Oh,
where he's like and the mountains will rage and fire, and he's like, the Hollywood Hills isn't a mountain, it's a hill. Yeah, but if you haven't seen that, go watch that. It's pretty funny.
So those guys are burning up there. The Hollywood Satanists, the Hollywood worshipers, the devil worshipers are up there burning in hell. Hollywood sign's pretty close. Diddy's mansion got burnt down,
and it was right when they were gonna inspect it, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So there's the whole. So we talked about last podcast, the last Diddy allegations about what's going on with him and the other. So now that all this investigation is going on with him, and his house burns down because it was getting investigated. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't know if that's suspicious or not. Or it's not, but
you can't help but
he's
think
not the only celebrity's house that burnt down. You know what I mean? But it's pretty crazy. I think Kai Cenat's house was close to him, right?
Kai Cenat's house is right next to him, so his house probably burnt down.
Maybe not.
I think
it probably had to been.
The Faye's house is around there somewhere. Their house got evacuated. I don't know if it burned down. Yeah, I mean it's.
But the craziest thing, so I mean that's maybe a small conspiracy. People maybe not linking things to that, but the craziest thing is now in the day and age you have people and cameras everywhere, posting things in everywhere. So the biggest thing is we seen a group of kids running off the mountain where this fire started. Did you see that yet?
I did not see that.
So those are on there. There's a group of kids running down from the mountain and they posted this video and stuff like that saying, holy moly, we're on the mountain, that it's on fire. People are saying, we got to investigate these kids. We got to do this, that, and the other, And then there's also videos of people getting arrested with torches
I
in
saw
neighborhoods.
Those.
People are fighting crime out there and
looting's going on out there.
Yeah, so people are looting, but what I was gonna say is these people got torches and playing citizens arrest on these people.
I saw that in the middle of the streets.
Multiple people have cameras of a dude with a canteen torch melting fields on fire, dude.
Yeah,
it's
I saw that.
Insane what's going on out there, dude. It's is this government psyops? Are these terrorists coming up from the gap? The gap we were talking about down there in the southern borders down there, bro. Are they these kids that people want answers from? You know what I mean?
Is it this guy walking down the street with the blowtorch?
I mean, it's just terrible. It's sad out there, man. It's just crazy, bro. You walk on Santa Monica Pier and you can just see the whole side of the fire burning down and evacuating and things like that, man.
It's like an apocalypse. And I Like, it's the more you read into this, the more stuff you're like, that can't be a coincidence. This guy was showing satellite footage of the fires, and at first there was three main fires, and he's like, all three started at the exact
I know what you're
same
talking
time.
about. So that's a real footage, but that was like in 2000 and something when those other fires happened.
Oh, you see,
So
guys,
that's a real footage.
It's good to fact check. It's good to fact check yourself.
But that's like, yeah. But it's just crazy because like why and what another thing is, you know how these
That
Maui
was the one
fires
by the
are
laser beams, right? The
Dude,
Maui
I
fire,
seen
and the
those
laser
beams, but the laser beams were also some dudes were like, those were the electrical line transformers.
Oh,
Burning up fast, so it looks like there's like a laser going across the sky. But he's like, no, it's the transformers and electrical.
okay, yeah, I
going
can see
down. I
that.
seen that one also
Yeah.
too, dude. But like the
Wild.
Maui fires, people are like, oh, they did this for land grabs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know, a couple days ago, I seen like this article on the phone. Didn't really deep dive into it, but like usually there's like some kind of editor threads or some community threads or community notes out there that'll say something.
Yeah.
And like the government the California governor was talking about like, oh yeah, there's like land grabs,
Yes.
you know, things, and then the insurance is not paying people out again, just like we talked about how the floods were on the East Coast.
So
You know,
I did hear about the insurance.
you know, the insurance are like, oh, we're dropping some people and things
because
like that, man.
they said like
What about
we
the
can't cover fire
reservoir
insurance.
in California that has been empty since like 2011, maybe 2009? That's supposed to
Bro.
have so much water in there.
and it got emptied like 3 days before this happened, or a
Dude,
day
what
before
is
it happened.
going on
Mel
in California?
Gibson said something about that, right? Because he
Everybody
was on
thinks
the-
Mel Gibson's a kook.
Yeah. So, man.
I will be the first on the field and the last one to leave.
So Mel Gibson was on the Joe Rogan podcast when this was happening, and then he later goes on to an interview. I don't remember what news channel it was, but he was like, during the podcast, I couldn't help but think, man, my house is gone, and it did indeed get burnt down. But then he goes on to, and I know they were messing with the water and a whole bunch of stuff, so that was weird, and just kind of like playing it off sly. And then I was like, what is he talking about? And then I looked into it, and what you were saying, that like reservoir,
It's weird.
it's just gone. Gone. And then at one point, this lady from the area that got burnt so happened to be by the car that was driving the governor, stopped him, and he's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And he's like, I'm trying my best, just pretty much
You
like
don't know what's
deflecting
going
all
on.
the answers until he got back in the car and left. All right, sorry about that, to extend the video time right there. But yeah, these fires are devastating. And I did hear about the whole insurance thing and how they were like, we can't afford to cover all these people insurance because we'll go into financial ruin. What do you mean?
Dude, there's how many people paying for insurance and not collecting claims? I mean, look at me, for crying out loud.
Yes.
I've put in so much money in these insurance companies. I haven't pulled anything out. I haven't been hurt. I haven't been injured. Haven't been nothing. But yeah, I'm still pulling into this stuff.
Yeah.
And yes, I believe I'm doing that for like things like this. And so where's my money going to? You know what I mean? I should be able to, we should be able to help these people. But yet we're helping other countries. We're helping other people do this. We're helping other people do that. But not our own people, man.
Yeah. Or
Again, we talked about this last episode, the episode before that. No, we're not. When stuff hits the fan at home, no one's helping us. Nobody's here helping anybody. The government's not coming down and sending nobody aid. They're putting water down on the fires. Sure. They're putting what are those fire retardants down? But those fire retardants, bro, those carry heavy chemicals.
Yeah,
They go in the
big
creeks.
time.
They go in the airborne. Those will get people sick eventually.
It'll leach
yes,
into
it's
the water.
stopping the fire. Yes, it's doing all that stuff, but that has a huge environmental impact. Do we do what we have to do, man? This is just crazy how like we can't. We're in the thick of it right now. It's probably been a couple days. We'll see what happens. But like, there's also firefighters from Mexico coming down and helping out the United States. There's also an article that said other firefighters are getting turned down.
Really?
Getting turned another way because they don't. I don't know.
send
Who
us
knows
there, send us there.
if it's miscommunication or something wrong or just that's just the headline I see.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man.
Did you see, speaking about firefighters, did you see the videos of the firefighters going into people's houses and taking out as much just like paperwork, documents, anything that looked valuable of an importance and like loaded it up into the truck, just trying to help as many people get valuables
crazy.
out? I mean, that goes to that's a good person right there. And then you have that water bomber. Did you see him like dive bombing one of those like mansions and just perfect shot.
Yeah, I seen
5
those.
stars.
That's awesome, dude. But then you also have those looters that are looting.
I saw
We
that.
briefly did that, but like,
Mhm.
it's just like, if your house survived, you have to hurry up and go back because people are just looting it.
Oh, yeah.
Taking things. I mean, that's insane, dude.
And there was like hundreds of cars that were abandoned on the road.
So
people
that's
trying to get
another
out.
thing. So like these fires happen and stuff like that, and there's a lot of people who just left their cars there. I'm like, I don't understand. Why would you get out of your car?
I don't know, unless there was like 10 cars in front that kind of started the pile up. But I think at that point,
You know,
I'm dozing people over.
At least
know?
going on the
Boom,
sidewalk
boom,
or
boom, boom,
something.
boom.
I don't know, man. And then you seen like people right now, people can't charge any chargers, any electrical vehicles right now because all the ports are being used up and things like
Oh
that.
dang, I didn't think about that. Man, these fires are just devastating, man. I mean, it's just one.
The
thing
gas
after
lines
the
are
other.
still blowing up in residential neighborhoods. I seen some guy. I can't remember his YouTube channel. I think it was like some. I don't know. He was riding his bike. He's riding his bike down there, dude. And it's like gas lines are blowing up and like buildings are burnt down.
I think I know
Ashes
who
are
you're
still
talking
falling
about.
down. Something MX Rider. MG Rider,
Oh, a
something like that.
motorcycle. Okay, I thought you were talking
it's
about
it's a bicycle guy.
I thought you were talking about the bike rider that's like trying to bike with his paintings, and then the news broadcaster's like, "Can I help you with anything?" He's like, "Can you take my paintings?"
That's
And
funny.
he's like, "Yeah, man, I got you. I work down here. We'll make sure you get him back." I'm like, "Good guy." There's people out there that genuinely want to help, but there's only so much you can do in a case like this. Where are they gonna put those people? Where are they putting them?
I don't know, man. I mean,
You think surely there would have been like precautions with how many times this happened? Like the stadium, probably the LA stadium. Just setting tents up there.
yeah, like New
But
Orleans.
it's
Yeah,
freezing.
I don't know, man.
That's just,
Sad, but
sad. Sad.
just hope it don't happen around. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of back to the fires again, but a lot of celebrities' houses got burned down. And do you think that insurance is going to cover theirs? Probably.
Nah, but yeah, you're right.
You know what I
probably.
mean?
Yeah,
Probably.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Who knows, man? I just, people got if you're on the A list, man, you're on the A list.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. But back to some lighter news. Not really some lighter news, but let's call it some lion news. It's that time of the year, where all this wildlife is coming down from the mountains because it's getting cold up there. You got the elk, you got the deer, you got the bighorn sheep, and then you got the mountain lions. There was just one that was spotted, I think it was on a ring camera or some type of outside camera in Arapahoe County, Colorado. Huge mountain lion, man.
Tell you what, man. We always talk about these ring cameras out here nowadays, but like when you see these mountain lions, they're scraggly, but this one was huge, bro.
Oh yeah,
He's been taking his protein.
he was healthy.
Protein.
Getting all those dogs you've been leaving outside, all those cats that went missing, man.
Yep.
That's where he's getting that protein from, man. But yeah, let's keep it on some Colorado news, man. And I'm sad to say this to anyone out there that's listening right now is the Denver Broncos did not win their wild card.
We came out guns a-blazing.
Oh, dude, guns a-blazing.
We had a football game going on the first half, and the second half we just couldn't connect.
It was sad.
Bo Nix, we're just not ready.
Yeah,
We're just not ready. We're underdeveloped. I think, maybe next year, the year before, or the year after that, we'll do good. So, but we're just a young, developing team, man.
bright future for that young man and that other. They got a young team right now, but yeah, I just think they all have to get together and kind of mesh it out, hash it out, and I think next year is going to be a great year for the Broncos, and they gave it a hell of a run. They really did, and they made this town a Bronco town again. 10-year drought, and we're there again.
It's funny.
Yeah, but as of right now, you got the Bills are going to play the Baltimore Ravens, and you have the Texans that are going to play the Chiefs, and the Eagles are going to play Washington, and the Lions and Rams are playing today, the 13th. So it's all coming together. I don't think the Chiefs are going to win. I think they'll beat the Texans, but I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl. So, hopefully that
We'll
is
see.
true.
I don't know. The past couple years, it's been the Chiefs. Stay tuned.
They're going for a three-peat. No one's done it. Ever. What else is going on out there, man? Cold temps. Expect cold temps, Colorado. up to this is going to be.
Tell you, it's been cold the past couple.
Oh, this is going to be a record high for 2025. We're not that far in, but yeah, it's always going to be a record high. It's going to be -15 in some of the higher areas. So make sure you're, putting that chapstick on your nose, your lips, your cheeks when you're going out there, both cheeks, and stay warm. Stay warm. Is there anything else you got to say to the people?
Say to the people, man, it's beginning of the year. Just have high expectations for yourself, man. You got to stay focused on yourself nowadays. Everybody's worried about everybody else. Hang in there, man. We're just getting started. The roller coaster for 2025 is just getting started. It's going to be fun, unpredictable. We're going to be coming at you live. Get some guests on here like we always talk about. We'll get them on here. Stay vigilant. Uphold your Second Amendment right. Don't forget to have a voice, man. Speak up.
That's right.
What you got for the people, man?
I always say just be aware of your surroundings. Like Christopher said, speak up, because the worst someone can say is no. I mean, if you get your feelings hurt a lot, then maybe don't. But just hang on, because 2025 we're going for a ride.
Hell yeah, SmallTown Misfits coming at you live.
Peace.
Peace.